Lock us in, load us in, pop in that 8-track, spin the tape. Here we go. Hey now everyone, welcome back to a special episode of the Star Wars Time Show, and you may be asking yourself, why is it so fucking special, Matt? And why do you always have to fucking swear? I don't know, it just happens when I put my headphones on and I see a pop screen in front of my face. The explicitives just start flying out of my mouth. But in all seriousness, this is a special episode of the SWTS because... It is our pre-Star Wars Celebration 2019 Come Fest. That's right, people. We're going to lay down the law of the land. This is going to be my fourth celebration, so I kind of think of myself as somewhat of a Jedi Master when it comes to navigating a Star Wars celebration. Went way back during Star Wars Celebration 2 and 3. Took some time off because, quite frankly, the prequels did a number on my heart and soul. But I got back into it with Star Wars 2017 when TLJ was being promoted down to Orlando. So we're here to kind of talk about what to expect, how to prepare, panels you should possibly look into and put on your app, or hopefully you've already entered the lotteries for the big ones. And then at the end, we're just going to go over a few things that we expect to learn, see, hear, touch, feel, you never know, at the show, and then a few things we would like to see, maybe things that kind of lie in the fanboy type of area. All right, so before we get into it, Nick, this is going to be your first celebration, so as we said offline, I am going to be your Qui-Gon Jinn to your Obi-Wan Kenobi at the show.
I would almost consider myself a true youngling here.
Okay, so almost like a Yoda to a youngling in the
Clone
Jedi
Wars.
Temple.
Yeah,
Gotcha. Okay, all right.
It's one of those things where I go in and I know that I am a Star Wars faithful diehard, and that nothing here is really gonna surprise me. There's a lot of great announcements. There's a lot of great content here, but I'm not going in to see the light and realize Star Wars is amazing. I'm a tried and true fan. So youngling may be a little too much. Maybe Padawan is more on it, but definitely to the celebration.
You still have your braid.
Yes.
You at least still have your braid in, right?
Yeah.
You're not you haven't had the braid cut.
Exactly. Yeah. So I go in a full-fledged Star Wars diehard fan, but I also go in as a complete newbie to the celebration experience, to everything that goes around it, and to what you have described to me is the madness of the celebration floor.
It's going to be nutty. I'm liking what we've seen from this Chicago celebration so far. I know Reed Pop's still kind of managing it, and they're the ones that, in my opinion, really fucked up the Orlando show, especially with the panels. But, Nick, I honestly think their plan with the lotteries for the mega panels and the light speed reservation system, if the technology holds up, okay, that is a huge disclaimer, people. I mean, just look what happened last week if you're an MCU fan trying to buy fucking Endgame tickets.
Yeah.
Sometimes people don't quite plan for what geeks can do to technology when something awesome is coming out within their geekdom. So I hope they've got the servers beefed up. I hope they got the gasoline and the generators, because I have a feeling there's going to be, I'm guessing 50 to 80,000 people per day tapping that system, because a lot of the show now is going to be managed through the app. So what I want to get into is just kind of, for Nick, for those of you who have never been, or for those of you that are going and you may be just too damn lazy to read what you should be reading. I am a psycho. I'm very anal retentive, you may say, and I've studied the FAQ. I've studied the panel FAQ, the reservation system. So I think I've become somewhat of an expert. So a few things that you may want to write down that you should definitely do before you head out to Chicago for celebration. So first and foremost, activate those damn badges. If you got a badge, it's got a QR code in the back. You can activate it whenever. if you have the app downloaded, which is number 2, download the Star Wars mobile app. It actually seems like it's going to be pretty helpful. You can you will be able to reserve panels on April 11th, which is the first day of the show, starting at 10 a.m. Central through the app. So again, you want your app downloaded and you want your badge activated, because a lot of the reservations you'll be doing for the Galaxy and Twin Sun stages, those are the ones where you can use the new Lightspeed line reservation system. You'll do that through the app. So if you get your badge and you activate it and you sync it up to your app, you'll have access Thursday morning to start getting your reservations in, and hopefully you'll get them. Because trust me, people, they will go quick. The panels at these things always sell out faster than anything else. I'm glad we're doing the lottery. I think the lottery for the mega panels is probably the most fair and humane way to do it, Nick, because that shit at Orlando where they were forcing people to sleep on concrete in basically cattle queues for 15 plus hours was just insane to me. It prevented people from even trying for the mega panels. And there are some poor bastards that waited the whole time and still didn't get into the big panels.
Yeah, when you told me about that experience, I was pretty apprehensive. I was like, holy fuck, if Celebration is like that, maybe it's better that I just enjoy it while watching live streams and getting the news, from the Star Wars website or from other sources. But like, now that we have a legitimate system in place that allows everybody, not just the completely clinically insane, to get into, or at least have a chance to get into these
We
panels.
love you, insane people, though. I mean, we're basically, that's a term of endearment. I am a wuss. There's no way you're getting my dead ass to lay on concrete for 10 plus hours.
Yeah, agreed. So I'm glad that this new system is in place.
Yeah, so is everyone going to get in? No. I mean, it's a lottery. And again, this lottery is closed, so if you missed it, that sucks for you. But these are the lotteries for the morning celebration stage shows, the mega shows. So Friday, that's going to be your episode 9 panel. Saturday, that's going to be your Galaxy's Edge panel. Sunday, it's the Mandalorian panel. Monday, it is the Phantom Menace 20th anniversary panel. All right, so again, activate the badge, get it into the app. Hopefully you've applied for the lotteries that closed on April 8th. If not, too bad. The other panel lotteries, and again, these are only going to be for shows taking place on the Galaxy and Twin Sun stages after those stages are done being used to live stream the mega morning panels I just talked about. So you'll be able to start reserving those specific panels Thursday morning, 10 a.m. Central. I highly recommend logging in and trying to get some of the panels you may want to see on those 2 stages. All other panels, okay, so if they're on the celebration stage after the mega morning panel, the lottery panels, no reservations, wide open, first come, first serve. As long as there's seats, you can get in. Kind of nice. They basically said they're not clearing the arena after the mega panels every morning. So you could technically, if you get in the mega panel, you can motherfucking camp out in that thing all day and see every show that's going to play on the celebration stage. So after the mega panel's done and it's done streaming to Galaxy and Twin Sun, again, those will have reservations through the app. It's called the Lightspeed line. Essentially, it looks like think of it like Fast Pass, I think, Nick, is what they're going to do,
Yep.
where you reserve, you kind of get in the Lightspeed, you're in line, you're pretty much guaranteed to get in as long as you show up 15 minutes beforehand. Those panels will also have a standby queue, though. So if you don't have a smartphone for some reason, or you missed a reservation, you may still have a chance to get in. So that's nice too. But every other stage outside of those 3, the panels or the events going on, like the podcast stage, the family stage, there's a bunch of random stages out there. Those will be wide open. So you just need to look and see if there's a panel you're interested going in on one of those, and probably show up maybe 30 minutes before just to get in line. So those are things you kind of want to pre-do. But I do recommend, after you activate your badge, get the app installed. The app has a panel button, Nick.
Yes, I've seen
Forget
it.
the icon. I think it has like a microphone,
It's a microphone, right? Yeah. Us podcasters are very familiar with that icon. So if you click on the microphone, you can go through day by day, and then right now, I mean, we're filming this before the 11th. Right now, you can click add to schedule for a lot of these panels that are on here. And then that way,
and that's what
you get notified about them.
Yep, and I recommend, just like Nick said, the panels are in there, and again, it's basically you're just building your little to-do list or your event calendar. It's not like you're not registering doing this, but you can go each day, the 11th through the 15th, scroll through the panels, and just put add the calendar, remind me 10, 20, 30, 60 out. I think it's a great way to at least line up potential panels to see. You're probably not going to get to see every one. Some do overlap. But this way, at least you're not going to be farting around, running around the convention center, looking where to go, looking what's there to do. You can kind of build out your day, and if you get in lines early enough, if you get lucky on some of the lotteries, if you use the Lightspeed queuing system, you may get to do everything you want to do, which would be a feat in and of itself at a Star Wars Celebration, my friend, because in Orlando, out of the 3 or 4 days I was there, I got one fucking panel. It was Ray Park. I mean, at least I got that. That was it. I got one other one, and that's just because Disney PR actually hooked me up for the Rebels panel, which was fantastic because I got to do the panel with preferred seating, and then I got to do an actual press huddle for the first time where the voice actors for Rebels were, up at a table, and then you had the press corps, the media, all sitting there with their cameras and mics just asking questions. So that was pretty neat. And maybe that'll happen again. I haven't heard from Disney yet, so probably not going to happen. Last time I had all this stuff kind of ironed up before I went there. I'm guessing it's because between 2017 EB and 2019 EB, our unique followers went down quite a bit. So maybe I'm not getting that special bump. But hey, still got media. We're going to be there. All right, Nick. So we've got our apps installed. We've got our badges activated. I would also recommend reading the entrance FAQ. There's a very specific entrance that you're going to want to go to for the show floor. I believe if you're taking an Uber or a rideshare, they're going to want you to be dropped off around exit or entrance 40. And I would also recommend, my friends, unless you ponied up and did Jedi VIP, because you can get into the show hall 30 minutes before everyone else, absolutely do not go to the convention right when it starts. Okay, I think every day except Thursday, the convention opens at 10. Highly recommend, unless you've got something to do, you got something you want to see right at 10:30 or 11, do not, Nick, do not try to get there early. I would recommend, honestly, maybe trickle in around 11:30 noon if you can.
Is that to avoid the absolute mad rush?
Oh, yeah. The rush to get in, because, I mean, I've read it. They're like, no one's fucking getting in till 10. We're not even letting people line up to get in until 4 hours before 10 a.m.
So no sleeping over again.
Exactly. No, they said do not plan on sleeping over to get in on, the first day Thursday. You can only queue 4 hours early. Key word there, they're expecting people to queue 4 hours early, and people will queue 4 hours early. So like I said, the show floor, the exhibition hall, it's going to be what it is every day. You're not going to miss anything. Unless they're going to be giving out something to the first 10,000 people, I really see no reason to ever be there at 10 a.m. unless you have a panel, a meeting, or something that you have to be there. So what I'm trying to say, the show floor isn't going to go anywhere. You're not going to miss anything if you're not the first one through the doors. If you want to save yourself some stress and anxiety, I'd probably show up minimum an hour late, if not an hour and a half, 2 hours, if you can afford it. Clearly, if you're only going one day, you fucking maximize that badge.
Yeah.
I'm talking for the 5-dayers. People are going to have some time. Spread it out, because if you're not getting in a lot of these panels, the show floor gets old within about an hour or two.
Yeah, and that's one thing that you made sure to point out to me. You were like, look, I know we're going to be there working, because we're going to be there working. Like, Matt already has the work schedule built out, the casts and everything. We're going to be there
locking
working.
Nick up in his hotel room for the first 2 days.
Basically, yeah. I mean, we are going to be a content mill for the first couple of days of Celebration, making sure that we get out all of the stuff around the panels, the announcements, the trailers, the reveals as soon as we can. So, some people may be like, oh, it's really cool. You guys are going to be there. You might be able to go to the episode 9 panel. Heads up. if we don't win that lottery, we're in our hotel room looking at a YouTube screen, watching the panel and waiting for the
And
trailer.
honestly, I'm glad Nick brought that up. That's another piece of advice. I'm being dead serious. If you don't get the episode 9, the Mando panel, the Galaxy's Edge, the mega ones, the mega lottery panels, and you don't even get the kind of carryover streaming rooms, there is, in my opinion, unless, and I'm sure they fixed the screen, but I still recommend, if you don't get the side streaming rooms or the main celebration stage for episode 9 specifically, stay home, watch the stream on your device, your tablets, your phones, your desktop. It's not worth it. In 2017, I had the mindset of, hey, I didn't get in the panel, but I still want to be there to watch the trailer for the first time with fans, right? Because it sounds like a fun thing to do, right, Nick?
Yeah, it does. It sounds like
the first ever TLJ look. I wanted to see it with other fans. Okay, so I roll over there. First off, it's a clusterfuck to get in because, again, whatever was going on at the Orlando celebration, it was just a disaster from start to finish in terms of logistics, panels, this, that, and the other thing. So by the time I got in, I almost missed it. I missed the beginning of the panel. The sound system on the main show floor was so fucked up you couldn't hear shit. It was all echoey, so I couldn't even hear what that Mark was saying, Daisy, John, nothing. And then again, when the trailer started, couldn't hear shit. There's a fucking life-size TIE fighter in the middle of the show floor. I couldn't see through that. So while it was neat to be around people and you could literally feel the buzz, you could feel the force coming off of other people, it wasn't worth it in the end because I had to walk outside to watch the trailer on my phone about 10 times just to figure out what the fuck it was because I couldn't see shit on the show floor. So again, for these big reveal panels, or really any panel that you want to see every second of it and be able to process it, hear it, see it clearly, you may just want to check back to your hotel and watch the stream if you didn't get in.
Yeah, so that's going to be us.
I know it's weird. I know it sounds like an oxymoron, like, hey, I'm fucking here. I want to watch it here. Okay. They just don't really make it easy to watch these things unless you got into the panel or the side streaming stages.
Yeah, so
it could all be fixed. I'm going to try to scout things out Thursday. I get in, I think, afternoon. I'm going to try to roll through the show floor just to get a feel for it, see how they're checking badges, see what it's looking like. And if I see that they fixed the setup, I may change my tune a bit, but still, because Nick and I are going to have to get right to work, unless I get in, we'll be watching it from our hotel room.
Yeah.
Especially the episode 9 shit, because I don't want to miss a fucking thing.
Yeah.
Because I think it could be a double dip. I think it could be title in the face, trailer in the face, like back to back, like a boo, 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 boo.
And we're going to be coming at you as soon as it comes out. Like we're talking about getting content out literally minutes, hopefully, after this
trailer stills, trailer breakdowns if we get one. And then we're going to do a cast breaking down the trailer again because a video breakdown isn't enough because we both got to break it down at the same time. It can't just be one of us. So that's going to be our plan for all the main shows. Mando Sunday. Hopefully we get some of the Clone Wars stuff Sunday. Well, we are. I think there's a Clone Wars panel at 3:30. So, Nick, that's kind of my little preamble, things to look out for, things to do before you get there. By all means, try to do as much as you can preparatory-wise before you get to Chicago. Get the app in. Get your panels picked out. Kind of road map it out. There's maps you can download of the show floor so you can kind of figure out where things are. This is the stuff I worry about. It's odd. I can already tell I'm probably not going to have a relaxing weekend.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to make it way more stressful than it should be, and I'm going to have to check myself. So if that happens, Nick, just start feeding me some beer. Because once I get some beer in me, then it's very easy for me to walk away doing work that I know could wait till another day.
I may have to bring a Camelback with me filled with beer, just to, on tap at all times.
Yeah, like an IV, like a baby bottle. Like, here you go, little Matty boy, here you go. Just get me drunk, and I'll definitely cancel all work duties we have left for any day. So. All right, so the next thing we kind of wanted to go through, just some of the panels each day that we're recommending. I kind of went through them all. Obviously, it's going to be through my lens, so there's going to be panels that deal with toys, collecting, that type of stuff. We're not going to go through and explain what they are. We're just going to kind of run through a list of panels that you may want to try to get to if you can. So starting Friday, I didn't even list Thursday panels. To me, Thursday's like the early Comic-Con day. You just kind of go in, soak it in, get a feel for the venue, rock and roll. So Friday, clearly we just talked about it. The biggest panel of the show, in my opinion, going down Friday, and that is going to be the Star Wars Episode 9 panel.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, can't miss that. If you can't get
If you
in,
can't
we
get
just
in.
explain.
Yeah.
We just explain what to do.
Yeah, so make sure you watch it no matter what. Spillover stage, if the floor is set up fine, then watch it there. If not, I highly recommend, we both highly recommend watching it via a streaming device, because if you're there and you can't see it, you're missing out. You're at the you're at this, celebration, but if you don't see the episode 9 panel, what's the point, right?
Yeah, it's going to be stupid. And really, even if you're at the show floor, you probably won't be able to stream it anyways, because there's going to be so much fucking cell coverage going on. I know they said that they're going to provide Wi-Fi. Good fucking luck.
Yeah, that's going to get so bogged down.
That shit's going to be so jacked. I mean, all the IPs are going to be dealed out within 10 minutes. Again, they could surprise me. I'm in technology. I just highly doubt that anything's going to be functioning within the show floor halls. All right, so other one I think looked interesting on Friday, Star Wars collectibles update with Lucasfilm's Brian Merton. So, I mean, he's going to talk about props and like the high-end type of collectibles. Obviously, I'm a huge collector. I'm into that type of stuff.
Might get some new toy reveals. Might get some new stuff to photograph for the top 5.
Yeah, never know. There you go. Just because Nick likes breaking directive. Anyways, I think it worked out because we got to talk about some more people in our last show, which, by the way, you should check out. We dropped it today. We talked about Ryan Johnson. He's still doing his trilogy. We've seen some of your comments. Some people don't like him. Hey, that's great. But yeah, check it out. We also talk about some toys and awesome Star Wars artists. Next one I would be interested in on Friday, Nick. Vader Immortal, Star Wars VR series. I believe this is the one coming out for the standalone Oculus unit, right?
Yes. This was announced about 2 months ago, and it looks like a Vader game that we can be interested in. We talked a lot last cast about like wanting to see Vader as the powerful Sith Lord that he is. This game is probably going to give us the
It's the Oculus. Is it called the Oculus Go?
Yeah, I think so. It's not Oculus Go. Yep.
It's not Rift. I mean,
the Rift is like the wired. Yeah.
Right. I think the whole partnership between Star Wars and this game and Oculus was almost to boost units or maybe launch it with the Go. I don't even know if the Go's out. I like VR. I've kind of fallen off. I mean, it's just something you kind of float in and out of. It's nothing I look forward to playing all the time, but Star Wars VR, if it's anything like that ILM X Labs Secret of the Empire they have down at the Void in Disney Springs, sign me the fuck up.
100%.
Especially if I can do it from home. I will buy an Oculus Go just for that. Next up, and this is just, I am a huge fan of pretty much anything Lego, but animated Star Wars Lego, I'm all over it. So there's a panel called 20 Years of Lego's Star Wars Story, a retrospective and forward look.
We actually talked about this not too long ago on our own cast. We brought up the long-standing relationship between Star Wars and Lego and how that has basically proved to the world that Lego is more than just a property for building toys and stuff like that for little kids. Lego was introduced as a way for fans of certain franchises, that span across geekdom to enjoy that fandom in a new way. And that's shown through the Lego Star Wars video games and also through now the Lego movies.
Oh, dude.
I mean,
I literally just got done watching for the 50th time an episode of the Freemaker Adventures.
Perfect.
Charlie loves the Freemaker Adventures, and I highly recommend any Star Wars fan to watch Freemaker Adventures. They're fucking fantastic. They're funny. That's why I like the Lego Star Wars stuff. I also recommend the Lego Star Wars Yoda Chronicles and the Lego Star Wars Droid Tales. Fan-fucking-tastic entertainment, people. They make fun of the franchise in a Lego way. You know how the Lego games kind of make fun of the characters of the franchise? They do it there. They're little 22, 23-minute episodes. They tell overarching stories. They're just fun. So that's why I'm interested in that. Next one, big fucking surprise. Star Wars Hasbro. Okay, Hasbro, they're the people that make the Black Series line that I collect and take figures of. You know, we talk about other toy photographers. A lot of the people we're discussing are using Hasbro Star Wars figures. Speaking of Hasbro, Nick, I guess I can make this announcement.
You can.
You know, I still don't believe it myself, and I'm not doing this to be funny or joke around. I legitimately, this is just the type of person I am. And IG has really, really, really made me question my hobby and if I have any skills in it. It's a me problem. I appreciate all of you that leave nice comments. Nick says a lot of nice things. My family. Sometimes I feel like I'm an Eeyore with this stuff, but I'm telling you, people, I put out work that I feel is decent enough to put out. I put some time into it. And sometimes IG's just like gives me the double bird, like, fuck you.
But you know
suck.
what doesn't matter? Instagram doesn't matter. What matters is this news you're about to drop right now.
Okay, all right.
Let's get to
All
the
right,
positive part of this, my friend.
The PR person didn't reply to me after this is my initial reply to her, was like, wow, question mark, exclamation point, seriously? Like, are you on drugs? That's basically what I was implying. And she never replied, so that's why I still feel like, you know, maybe it's not real.
Oh, my God.
Or she's just like, all right, I'm done dealing with this idiot. But if you've been listening to the cast and you've been returning, which hopefully you are, that means we're doing something right. If you're not hearing this anyways, and we suck. So it is what it is. But I have been talking about how I was challenged by a PR outfit that works with Hasbro to recreate some Luke Skywalker scenes from the 5 movies he's been in.
Yep.
I told you I went nuts.
Took 33 over 33 pictures that you posted.
Right. I took 3,000 raw snaps, whittled that down to 33 I wanted to edit, and then shared 33 shots within about 6 days' time on Instagram using the Hasbro Toy Pick hashtag. Deanna came back to me and was like, hey, Hasbro, they like 5 of your 33, so if you send me the full res versions and you sign a release, you'll make it into the kind of the final round to decide if you're going to make Star Wars Celebration Hasbro booth or if you're going to show up on Hasbro.com, Hasbro Pulse, so on and so forth. So, you know, I was like, well, shit, they picked 5. I mean, I did 33. They picked 5 of them. I mean, I didn't think they'd pick any, so that was good. So today, I get an email from the PR person, and lo and behold, let me read. I'll actually read it for you. Let me pull it up here, even though she never replied, so I don't believe her. But she says, hi, Matt. Just wanted to send a quick note that you can expect to see all of the images you share with us featured within Hasbro's booth at Celebration. Congrats, smiley face, rock and roll, motherfucker. I added that last part. So, Nick.
100%.
If she's not lying, we're going to be able to see some of my imagery at Star Wars Celebration, and that, in and of itself, is an achievement for the Star Wars Time Gang.
Achievement. That is, I mean, not for the Star Wars Time Gang. Yes, we're a team here, but this is a Haywood Pop achievement. This is a Haywood Pop validation moment. You're getting it from the people themselves. You dedicated so much of your time to Star Wars photography, and now from the people who make the toys themselves, Hasbro, they have said...
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
All 5 of your shots are going to be at fucking Celebration. On the last cast, we were like, if you get 1, that'd be great. And you got all of them. I mean, this is...
That's why I don't believe her. I feel like she sent it to the wrong Matt. or maybe she thought maybe I sent the wrong shots. Maybe I sent shots that we've been featuring on Star Wars Time Show. I don't know, but
I mean,
I'm gonna look Thursday if I get over there. If I see it, I may faint.
I told Matt, I was like, look, if we get there and your shots are there, you need to take pictures, or we need to take pictures.
Oh no, I said shots. We're gonna hug and kiss in front of it, make out, maybe put Nick on my shoulders and do some stuff like that. But yeah, we'll be posing for him. I don't even know what it's gonna be. I mean, if I got 5 shots in, what did some of the mega dudes like Work More or Less or Black Series or SWTS? I mean, those guys literally get figures sent to them from Hasbro. They're so damn good. So how many they get in?
Hey, maybe you start getting that kind of treatment now. You never know.
That'd be nice. It'd save me a few bucks because every year I typically these days, especially with the Hot Toys addiction kicking up, I'm typically spending upwards of $2,500 a year. So yeah, that'd be nice. But anyways, if you're at Celebration and this is real, again, I'm not gonna believe it till I see it. There are gonna be 5 shots that I believe would say Haywood Pop, at Haywood Pop somewhere on there at the Hasbro booth at Celebration on the show floor from yours truly.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. Now I feel weird because I don't like any attention. I don't like feeling like I did anything good. This is just the way I live life. Remember, half glass empty.
Yeah.
Half glass empty. All right, so back to panels on Friday that you should get to. But, I mean, obviously, I'm definitely going to try to get to that Hasbro one because typically you get to see some of the new figures they're working on. Maybe never before seen. You never know. This one, again, I'm a collector, so weird, wild, and whimsical Star Wars collectibles, like some far-out shit. So I think that could be neat.
That could be fun. A lot of old
This one,
toys.
for you you book people or you Thrawn lovers, Timothy Zahn's going to have a panel.
That's good. I definitely
Yeah,
wanna try
so
that.
Star Wars author spotlight, Timothy Zahn. That definitely could be pretty dope. Friday, this is all still Friday, people. And again, these are just ones that I would go to if they weren't stacked or, I wasn't going to be working. These are ones I think were interesting. There's plenty others. I mean, they've got Star Wars origami, Star Wars paper art, literally how to make Star Wars shit out of vegetables, like carving vegetables into characters. I'm not kidding. Next one, ILM presents Making Solo. I'm a big film buff. I love behind-the-scenes shit. I love watching cinema and how it is made, so that could be fun. Lego Star Wars animation panel with Bill Motz and Bob Roth. This is moving on to Saturday now, so we just talked about it. Yes, Lego anything, I'd check out if we can do it. Star Wars prototypes and unreleased toys. Those are other things I like as a collector. I mean, sometimes unreleased toys are some of the most coveted because they didn't release or they are just prototypes. There's the Boba Fett from 77. A few got out to the wild with the firing rocket pack, and they had to recall it because people were blowing their eyes out with it. So now that Boba Fett, I believe, is, I mean, it's going to be ridiculous, the range I'm going to give you. But I think people, obviously, that love that stuff and collect are willing to spend, I believe, $1,000 to $10,000 for this Boba Fett.
Wow.
Depending on condition. So that's kind of what I envision at this show. Like, yes, he released, but he was recalled, but just stuff that never made it out into the wild.
Yep.
So that could be fun. Next up on Saturday, this is another one I'd like to try to if schedule permits because I love the show. Star Wars Rebels Remembered. I think that would be dope.
Yeah.
Just being there with other Rebels fans, kind of reminisce on the 4 seasons, the excellent end to the 4th season that went down last spring. That'd be fine. Here's the big one to me on Saturday, the one I'm looking forward to the most. The galaxy-wide premiere of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
It's finally time for us to find out where AAA Star Wars video games are going.
Yeah, boy.
There was like a little teaser image. So this is we're recording on the 9th, April 9th. There was a little teaser image / like GIF released today, like a teaser. And even with that, it was literally just a still image. It was
right.
Looked fantastic, but people.
It definitely had. Did it not have that Jedi Outcast, Jedi Knight game feel to it?
It did. I mean, like this gritty kind of feeling to the image itself, and I think there was like a lightsaber that was almost like I mean, it looked fantastic.
I forget it. What were the Kyle Katarn ones? Was he Jedi Outcast?
Yeah, he was Jedi.
Yeah,
Knight,
I believe it was Jedi Outcast.
Yes.
Like it's literally, it almost looks just like that poster. Obviously, it's not a busted hilt, but this is a game being developed by Respawn, published by EA. It's supposed to follow the story of a Padawan that escaped Order 66, and its mantra, its motto is, I believe, "Don't stand out."
Yeah, that's what it was.
So we're gonna get our first look of it. I would imagine. I mean, this thing was announced a year or two ago at E3, and we really haven't gotten dick from it. No story wise outside the basic synopsis. So I'm excited for this one, and this is one of those panels, people. It's gonna be on the celebration stage at 1:30 on Saturday. You don't need a reservation, so. If you get the Galaxy's Edge panel, which we're going to talk about next, or I'm just talking about right now, that's the money morning lottery panel on Celebration Stage. if you get that and don't leave your seat, you can roll right into the Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah, and I feel like I almost feel like the Jedi, given we don't know what's gonna come of this Galaxy's Edge panel, I would almost say that Jedi Fallen Order should probably be the spotlight.
I would have thought
panel
so
for
too.
Saturday.
I would have thought so too. And we were talking about that offline. So the big money panel of Saturday is bringing Star Wars Galaxy's Edge to life at Disney parks. That was the advanced lottery. I mean, they've put that panel on the same pedestal as Episode 9 and the Mandalorian panel.
Very interesting move.
I don't know. So we were talking offline. I mean, are they going to give everyone a free day at Galaxy's Edge? Like, what could be the draw here? I mean, is a Millennium Falcon going to descend from the ceiling? I don't know. I'm all about Galaxy's Edge. I saw the framing of it when I was just at Universal a few weeks ago. I'm all in, 100%. I think it's going to be probably one of the greatest things I ever experienced in life. I just question what the fuck could they be doing to justify this being the money panel for Saturday.
Very good question. And we'll find out.
So, hedge your bets on that one, but there's a good chance, depending on what Nick and I are up to or how things are shaking out, I may try to squeeze my fat ass into the Jedi Fallen Order live. Because you're not going to need a reservation. As long as there's seats in the celebration stage, you should be able to see this one. Okay, so up next, Marvel Comics presents Star Wars. I think that'd be fucking a blast, especially for people like Nick and I that appreciate what Marvel's doing with the comics and building out some of this expanded lore, but we are just too fucking lazy and dumb to read them.
Yeah. So catching up that way could be a pretty solid panel.
Another one could be neat. For gamers, a Star Wars Let's Play.
Oh man!
And from what I read, Nick, they're gonna have people like Sam Witwer there. He voices. Darth Maul.
I'm a huge fan of Sam Witwer.
Yeah, so I think they're gonna have Star Wars actors at least. Yeah, personalities. That's a better way to describe it. Playing old Star Wars, like some of the games they listed are, Super Star Wars SNES, Super Empire Strikes Back. So
and
that could be a.
Yeah, I mean, Witwer is a streamer. Like, he streams on Twitch. If you follow him, he plays not only Star Wars games, but a lot of other stuff, too. So, I mean, having somebody like him who's...
he's also a Star Killer. I just want to see him play Force Unleashed.
Yeah, that would be
I want to see him play Force Unleashed.
And it's mouth off the lines as they're coming.
That'd be pretty neat.
Oh, man.
I just remember that dude started on fucking Smallville as Doomsday.
Yeah.
That's the first time I remember seeing the Sam act, and I really think he's doing Supergirl right now, kind of a recurring role on whatever season 3, season 4 they're in.
I have to keep up with that, but I was a huge fan of him and Being Human on Sci-Fi.
I like the guy. I mean, I love his Maul. I mean, he voiced Maul in Solo. He brought Maul back to life in the Clone Wars and then Rebels. Yeah. So it'd be fun. Like that's a panel where you're worn out and you may just want to sit down and kind of enjoy yourself. That's what I see as Star Wars Let's Play.
100%.
Next up we have. Oh, of course I would put this on here. Star Wars: The Force of Funko. 2 years ago, I would have killed people to get into this. This time around, hey, if there's open seats, I may roll in because sometimes they give out like an exclusive or a pin or something. But it'd be talking all things Star Wars Funko. I mean, clearly I had quite the obsession.
Yeah.
Up next, the toys that made us, Star Wars Part 2. Are you guys getting kind of a theme with Matt's panel recommendations?
A lot
here?
of collectibles and toys and
it's
unreleased toys.
Yeah, anything related to lore or toys.
Yep. Yeah.
That's basically where I'm at. Up next, we have, and this is going to be the last one I've recommended for Saturday panels, Star Wars Tourism, visiting the galaxy far, far away on Earth. And I just think that's neat. It's basically going to be a panel on, hey, if you go to the Redwoods in California, this is where Endor was. If you go to Tunisia, this is where the Lars homestead was. So, yeah, I think that'd be kind of neat if you're someone that likes to get out there, travel, and you love Star Wars and want to be on some of those real-world sets.
Absolutely.
Sunday, the big one here, obviously, and to me, this is the... you know what? I'm going to go ahead and put Mando in the 2 spot. So 1 spot, Episode 9 panel, Mando 2 spot, Fallen Order 3 spot, the Clone Wars 4 spot.
Yeah.
Anyways, the Mando stream on Sunday, that's going to be your money panel celebration stage, advanced lottery deal. I think I think they're gonna have Homeboy there. I think Gina will be there. Pedro's who I'm talking
Pedro, yeah,
about.
Pedro Pascal.
Right.
Gina
I think Gina's going to
Carano.
be there. I think Taika's going to be there because I really think Taika is IG-88.
Yep. Yep.
Favreau will probably be there. And I'm hoping, I know we're going to get a trailer. I think that's a foregone conclusion. I'm hoping we also get a reveal, like a cameo reveal or like a mega character, like Dangar. Fucking,
Yeah.
We get a shot of the Dangar.
Boba Fett.
Or Boba, yeah,
like
you
that.
know, you know what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
You know we're gonna get the trailer. I want more than that. I want like even even if it's just in the trailer. Oh shit, there's toilet paper head. Oh, there's Boba. Oh, Zuckuss, Forlom. You know, let's do it. So that's the big one Sunday. Next one, another interesting thing. This kind of plays into toys again and photography, but the man who shot Luke Skywalker. And apparently this is a panel about the guy that did product photography for Kenner and Hasbro, or Kenner, I believe, from 78 to 2000. So he's the guy that would shoot all the old Star Wars action figures for product shots. So that could be interesting.
Right up your fucking alley.
Yeah, you know? Right. So this next one, I think, would be right up Nick's alley because I know he's a pretty big fan of this guy, but Alan Tudyk's going to have his own panel.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge fan of his obviously from Rogue One playing K2SO, but also from Firefly and Command
Firefly is
like
where
that.
most people really looped into him. But he's just a great geek. You know, he's kind of like a Fillion guy where, you know, they're pretty famous and done some cool shit, but they seem down to earth.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, so I think that could be interesting. Next up on Sunday, ILM Model Shop building a galaxy. Again, filmmaking, making the miniatures. You know, how really all the old movies were miniature sets. I mean, I would like some insight into that. And obviously they're still using that technique today, even when we can do big budget VFX.
Yeah.
Here's the other big one, number 4 for me, Nick. Arguably it could go up higher, but we know the Clone Wars universe. It's been out before. This is the return. Mando's brand new. That's why to me it's up there in the 2 spot. But the Star Wars: The Clone Wars sneak peek, that's going down Sunday, I believe, at 3:30. That's not going to be a reservation required panel. You're just going to have to try to get in. I think that one's going to be packed.
Yeah, that's going to be heavily packed because we know how much this community wants Clone Wars back. And knowing that we're going to get a sneak peek, it says it right there. You're going to see footage from the brand new season of Clone Wars that's coming to Disney+. This is definitely going to be a heavily, heavily packed panel.
Yeah, so that may be you might be better off at your hotel type of deal, but might give it a try. Next up, and I do recommend going to this if you can get in, but Anthony Daniels Droidography. The guy is a great MC. He hosted one of the first panels I've ever seen in my life when I went to Star Wars Celebration 2 in Indy. He wears this fantastic gold sequin jacket. I mean, it really is like hanging out with C-3PO. I mean, clearly he sounds just like him. He acts like him because he's been him for so long. I mean, I don't think you can really even separate Daniels and C-3PO anymore.
No.
They're one the same. That's why I'd love to see him go Rampo in Episode 9. Give him some action. I mean, if you think about C-3PO, literally hasn't done shit. Every movie he's in, he does nothing but whine, complain, and tell everyone else how fucked they are.
Yeah. Now it's time for him to get his hands dirty.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I know people laugh at it, but I think a Rampo moment would be awesome for the character
Just
C-3PO.
to see him fucking pick up a blaster and just start shredding people.
Every droid we've met has saved the day.
At least once, yeah.
At least once. I mean, when we're talking about R2, I mean, he basically saves the day in every movie he's in. BB-8 is doing the same thing. Bucket. Oh, man,
Chopper.
I can't believe I'm forgetting. Yeah, Chopper. I mean, I still love Chopper. Wah, wah, wah. Wah, 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 wah. And that was Filoni the entire time. It's hilarious that he did that.
So good.
All right, so Monday, and this is going to be for, honestly, I know Nick is probably a little bummed he didn't get the full weekend passes and this, that, and the other thing. But I think Monday, hopefully you guys aren't flying out early. I think Monday is going to be the best day to go because I think it's going to be near dead. Again, it's a Monday. You'll have already have had four show days. I think a lot of people are going to be leaving Sunday night like I am. So I think Monday's going to be pretty wide open. But the money panel that day is the Star Wars Phantom Menace 20th. say what you want about the prequels and TPM. I still think that'd be a pretty fucking special panel to go to. I think you're going to get a lot of the cast come back. I think it's going to be fun to reminisce. And I still have it in the queue. It's going to get done. I think at this point I'm just going to save it for the actual 20th anniversary, which is coming up May 19, I believe. I contend that TPM is the best prequel.
Number one prequel out of all of them.
Like if you just take it for what it is and what it tried to achieve and what it gave Star Wars universe as a whole, TPM, pretty fucking strong contender for actually adding some good lore to the franchise. But trust me, you'll get that treat someday in video and full-on cast form, and it will definitely upset a few of you. But I'm probably going to revise it because I wrote it back when I was still in my prequel troll mentality. I really, one of these last few casts, I kind of had this moment, I'm going to stop that. I'm never going to stop making fun of the prequels, but I'm going to stop really hammering on it and calling people stupid for liking it, because it's doing the same shit that all these idiots are doing for TLJ. It's just dumb.
Yeah.
And no, I'm not some SJW. I mean, I'm a fucking caveman type of man, trust me. I wipe my ass, I smell it, I touch my balls and smell it. I pick earwax. I'm a tough guy. Anyways, but TPM, I'm not kidding. I do believe it's the best prequel. So I think that 20th anniversary will be fun. Up next, the art and craft of video game writing.
Dude, that's something that I've been interested in for such a long time.
Yeah.
Video
so
games
again,
was one of those things that was a passion for me, and my love for Star Wars led me into video games. One of the first hardcore games I played was KOTOR, and then the Jedi Knight series. So seeing how these power players in Star Wars video game writing do what they do and build the lore and the galaxies and the universes that they do, super interesting.
And that's not the only one, dude. They're going to have, really throughout the week, there are panels of that nature in terms of writing stories in Star Wars, video game writing, this, that, and the other thing. So if you people are in that type of stuff, trying to get a career going, definitely look for those panels. What else we got underneath that one? Obviously, we are going to be interested in this. I mean, we're huge fans of the series, but Star Wars Resistance Season 2 sneak peek.
That is top notch.
Yeah, I'll be gone, so I'll hopefully be live streaming it. I don't know if Nick will still be there, but definitely recommend trying to get in that one. Next up, this is another one. This man is awesome. MC, he's great to see work the stage, talk to guests, interview people, but short stories with Warwick Davis. Highly recommend. He MC'd the Ray Park panel I was at the last time. I mean, the dude really nails MC responsibilities. He's just great. I mean, you got to think that this guy's been involved with Star Wars since he was a little kid.
Yeah, he played an Ewok in episode 6, so I mean, he's been there his whole life. It's very interesting.
And he's pretty much had a role in most Star Wars projects since.
Yeah.
I mean, he did voice work in Rebels last season.
Even in Solo,
He was in Solo. I mean, got FaceTime. He's in TPM. I mean, he's all over the place. So do recommend going to see him. He is fun to listen to. And then finally, if you are staying, you're sleeping over Monday night, coming home Tuesday, you might as well go to the Celebration Chicago closing ceremonies.
Yeah. So
those are our Matt's with Nick's approval recommended panels for Friday through Monday. Definitely not going to be able to see them all, but
I don't know if
ones
any human would be able to see all of them. That takes
there's no way. I mean, some of them even overlap too. So.
Yeah, so I mean, the amount of dedication that somebody would have to go into to see all of these panels, and like you said, some of them overlap, but to see as many panels as possible just takes so much energy, and you have to go to Celebration with the mind of this is not a vacation, this is a chore, this is a task. I want to intake as much information as possible. That's a ton of panels we just laid out. I'm figuring that while we are there, we may be able to see 3-4 each. But
if we're lucky. I mean, honestly, if we're lucky.
Yeah. So we have to see how things play out.
But hey, people, there's going to be plenty to do. I mean, these are just panels. There's always shit going on for families to do, arts and crafts, sword training. There's going to be stuff around the town. Trust me, Chicago knows what's coming. Chicago businesses know what's coming. there's going to be so much Star Wars themed shit to do around town outside of the convention center that if you can't do a lot of this stuff or you didn't even get a pass, you're still going to be with your Star Wars brothers and sisters en masse.
Yeah. It's going to be...
Enjoy it. I'm someone that's really going to have to remind himself to enjoy it because I'm a nut. I understand Star Wars Time is a new site, a new podcast. It's not like we have thousands of fans clamoring to hear what we have to say about this shit. But, and I've been doing this for 9 years with Entertainment Buddha and now this, I have a fire within me that cannot be put out with this type of shit. When we get any type of new stuff like this, like a trailer for Star Wars, I will not be able to rest or function until I get my opinion out into the internet. I know that 2 people may listen to it. It does not matter. I am driven like no one else when it comes to trying to get recognized with this shit.
Matt he's a true definition of a content creator, as in
it's
he
nuts.
has to create content. It's not a choice.
It's absolutely nuts. I mean, between Entertainment Buddha and now this site, I think in 9 years, I've put out close to 16,000 pieces of just written content. That doesn't include all the fucking videos and shit I put up on YouTube. YouTube, I probably uploaded thousands and thousands of videos. I'm a nut. I hardly have any subscribers. I love this. I put out a Shazam review last week. I always do video reviews when I can. I got a comment and said, wow, your reviews are nice, short and to the point. It's a shame you don't have more subscribers. Maybe you should start asking people to like your videos and stuff.
Oh.
I was like, bro, thank you. I agree. Or I would stop. I think I've gotten okay at this type of stuff with my delivery, but no one gives a shit. Point being, I'm going to need Nick, I'm going to need my wife, my kid to sometimes maybe check me because there's a chance for hours on end during Celebration, I'm going to want to lock myself in a room until we get the content out.
Yeah. So we'll keep
I'm not going to do it. We're going to have a good time.
Keep an eye on Matt's well-being.
We're going to be drinking, doing whatever when we're doing this content. It's not going to be all rigid bullshit, but Friday's going to be busy. Saturday's going to be busy. We'll figure it out. But we are going to party. We are going to have fun. We will be walking the show floor. And by the way, if my hat lady isn't bullshitting me, we should have some custom hats there. So maybe you'll see us. They're going to be black fitted hats. You'll see SWT on the front and then our StarWarsTime.net on the back. So hopefully those show up because, Nick and I invest a little bit of money into those. Yeah. And they're fucking awesome hats. I mean, they are, I'm not going to lie. We don't fuck around. These aren't bullshit foam trucker, snapback bullshit. These are flex fit, pimp dog, stitched hats.
They look very nice.
Type of hats you'd be spending upwards of $30 at retail for.
Beautiful.
All right. So as we kind of wind this thing down, buddy, a few things that we want or expect to see. So clearly Friday, we are expecting episode 9 title and trailer. I don't think.
Yeah. Be clear. Title and trailer. I don't think, some people out there are like, we'll get the trailer. Title and trailer. Like, we should have gotten a title already.
I know. So that's why I could see them maybe blowing that wad Thursday.
Yeah.
But I do believe Friday, I mean, that's it. Episode 9 title and trailer. We want to see it. We need to see it. We are going to see it.
I agree.
That's going to happen. Mando trailer, another one. I expect to see it. I want to see it. We will see it.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of are we going to get other character reveals, those are more wants versus expectations.
Yeah, I was going to say, part 2 of this one is the character reveals is going to be interesting because, I'm in the assumption, or I'm assuming that we're not going to see Pedro Pascal playing somebody we know. Like, this is going to be a new character. So getting a name to put to the face, getting a name for Gina Carano's character, and maybe getting a little bit of backstory. Not enough to spoil the show, but just to say, here's who these people are, here's why they're important to the Star Wars universe, and why you should care about them, and why you should watch this show. So stuff like that would be good for Mando.
Yeah, so we're going to get a trailer, but like we said, we hope, we want to get some of that other stuff. Fallen Order trailer and gameplay, that's a foregone conclusion.
That's a given.
I think the only want we could get from that is possibly if the main character is given a name that maybe is familiar.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I know they're gonna make. I think they are just gonna leave it as Padawan, so the player assumes the role.
Yeah, it could be.
But I mean, quite frankly, Kanan fits perfect.
I would like to see, like, I do enjoy
That
games.
wasn't his name either, by
No,
the
it was
way. His name was Caleb Doom.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be a non named character. I think the lead's going to be just you.
Yeah, I mean, I like games like that, but like for lore and like, you know, universe building purposes, I want to see a named character. It could be somebody that we've never heard of, but like putting a name to that character and then letting that lore build, I think would be beneficial instead of just having it be like Matt Haywood, Padawan, surviving in a galaxy trying to kill him. But we'll see.
Yeah. No, I am with you. I would rather it add lore versus just me make up my own little story. But I think that's probably where it's going to go.
Yeah.
I don't really. What do we want to see? Well, I want to see an exact release date.
I want to see a demo drop. Like if it's possible, like if they say, hey,
there you go. That's a good one.
Week after Celebration, like we wrap up on Monday, Wednesday, PS4, Xbox One, PC demo available. That would be dope.
Yeah. Obviously, Resistance Season 2, if they're doing a special or a special look, you're probably going to see some of that. So maybe we get some clips of what Kaz and Team Fireball are doing on the Colossus. Or are we going to see him still in hyperspace? Are we going to get some action? Are we going to see Tam in her First Order uniform? So that's the type of stuff I want out of that.
Yep. Clone Wars trailer.
Yeah,
well.
of course.
Yeah, Clone Wars trailer as well. I want to see where we're picking up with Clone Wars because we know where we left off. It was a very odd end point if you don't include, you know, we have the Netflix season that comes after, and then where we leave off with Clone Wars was in a very odd spot. So I want to see where they're going to pick it up and exactly how we're moving forward with the story now.
Yeah, so hook it up. Let's not see what we saw before. What are we getting? Are we going to see Ahsoka? You know, what's Anakin's mind frame at? So I'm super excited for the Clone Wars. I've said this before back when we were on the EB network. The Clone Wars to me is end all be all in terms of prequel lore. Just look to that stuff over the live action movies if you want justification for Anakin's turn. I think they build it perfectly. They show, yes, he's got an edge to him, but they also show how much the Order fucked with that guy. They fucked with him incessantly because they never truly could trust him from the get-go. I mean, outside of Qui-Gon, no one wanted that motherfucker, and that's how they treat him, and that's what ultimately leads to him obviously being able to be easily convinced that the Jedi are the bad guys. But we don't really get that in the live-action films, so on and so forth. Wow, wow, wow. Bring on more Clone Wars so we can get more awesome Anakin.
100%.
That's what I call him. Clone Wars Anakin is awesome Anakin. Live-action Anakin is whiny Anakin. Okay. All right, Resistance, I already said that'd be great. Let's see some of that. These are kind of reaches for me, Nick. I doubt we get any of this stuff.
Yeah, so
go ahead.
Well, yeah, the concrete details on the Got Boys, the Got Bros, DB and David, their series. We want to know something about it. Like we've been speculating for the last 2 weeks. Could it be Old Republic? Old Republic is a hot commodity. It's a free and open landscape. Are DB and David going to be jumping into that area? And then also any kind of information on Ryan's series. We talked about it last week. Is Ryan's series going to be completely disconnected from the Skywalkers altogether? It could be in a different galaxy. It could be so far away in a time direction that Skywalkers are almost forgotten. But we want to know some sort of concrete details around these two properties.
Yeah, so hook us up, people. Come on. Bring Ryan in so some people can throw tomatoes at him and get it out of their system. Something like that. It's been funny. I've done a Ryan post last week and this week, and definitely a little vitriol on Instagram. It's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Hey now. All right, have at it. And then I think the last one I have here, and we really haven't heard shit about this since the announcement, but maybe at the Mando panel or something, maybe we get a nod to the Cassian series.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty much stealth dropped during, one of those periods of time where Disney was just giving us tons of information about Disney Plus Star Wars content. We get a drop that Mando's coming, yes, but we also get a live-action Cassian Andor prequel series that's going to be about a young Cassian, and it's gonna star Diego Luna. He's coming back as the character. Since then, we've heard essentially nothing about that series. It's going to be released after Mando, so they're putting a lot of focus on the Mandalorian because it's going to come first. But still, we want to know. Give us any kind of information about this. Who is going to be present? Is K2? We're going to get the meeting with K2, or we're going to see his time pre-joining the
right. I mean,
Rebel
Tydek's going to be at the show, so
yeah. So it's going to be really kind of cool to see if we get anything around this show, because this is a very, very intriguing new property that we've heard almost nothing about.
Yeah. So. I mean, that's it, people. Hopefully it was somewhat organized, and, we kind of started with things you should look out for, things that kind of checklist off before you get there. Then we ran through, just kind of how to navigate things, get your maps, figure out the app, panels for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, the ones that we would go to if we could go to them all, and then, of course, what we expect and want to see. So, like I said, hopefully you got some value out of that. We're going to be there. I mean, Thursday, I'm going Thursday to Sunday. Nick's going to be in town Thursday through Monday.
Yep.
We're going to be around. Hopefully, like I said, we're going to have our hats on. Come look for us. If you find us, maybe we'll even sling you one if we have a hat on our person. If not, we'll definitely take down your name and send one out to you. This is just our first run of hats, so look at these as limited edition.
Yeah.
Star Wars Celebration 2019 exclusive.
First edition hats.
Exactly. No, you definitely should feel special. But if you guys find us, come up and say something. We tried to get shirts done. Apparently our logo's too fucking intense in terms of colors and shit to get anything done for a reasonable price. So we'll work on that for the next event we get out to, because we were hoping to have some shirts so you could see our dumb animated faces on our backs. Didn't happen. We'll have the hats, hopefully. If not, look for us. I'm short, have a really big beard. Nick's I'm not as short, but
a closer cropped beard.
Yeah,
so
yeah, he takes care of himself. I don't. But if you see some guy that looks all high strung, anxious, and a ball of stress, that's me. If you see some guy that's just kind of
lost
chilled
and moseying about the show
just
floor,
kind of looking up like someone help me.
Yeah,
that'll be Nick. All right.
Yep.
Or we'll just talk the entire time, and maybe you'll recognize our voices.
Yeah, that's a very.
But we do. We want to see some of you. I mean, if you're listening, you're hearing this, look for us. At Haywood Pop, that's me. I'm probably gonna try to meet up with some of the other toy photographers I've gotten to know over the years. So maybe we'll meet that way. But look for the Star Wars Time Show gang, people. We'll be there. We'll be doing our thing. If you're not at the show, make sure you're subscribed, because we're gonna be putting out content each day. Starting Friday, Saturday, probably even Sunday, and then we'll kind of put the show to bed the following Tuesday with another cast like this. All right, man. Next time, I will see you in the flesh.
Yes, sir.
No more Force Ghost communication between you and I. We can stop our Rey and Kylo meetups through the Force. It's time to reunite the Star Wars Time gang in person.
It's a beautiful day.
Fantastic. All right, my friends, may the Force be with you always.